Hi guys, welcome to our channel for what is going to be a first impression slash review slash demo of a couple of new products we wanted to tell you guys about. We are coming at you from the Makeup FOMO headquarters. That is our blog. You should definitely check it out. It's going to be linked down below. We post all new product release, some reviews, things like that. We really love it. We've been doing that for basically all of 2017 so far, and we wanted to start working in a little bit of YouTube on some of the products that we love and that we've talked about. So like I said, link below, check that out. This video is going to be a little bit of a first impressions, a little bit of a review. This kind of the star of this show is the Vanity Planet Q curling wand that we recently got. I am obsessed with this. I had to tell everybody about it. This is what it looks like. You'll obviously see the demo and the video. Super sleek, super nice. You'll hear all about it. But we do have a coupon code for this. This is a $50 curling wand. You can get it half price. We have 50% off code. That's going to be down below. It makes it $25. It's a steal. So you'll see in the video, but it's incredible. This is not a first impression. I have used this before quite a few times. I actually wanted to do that so I can give you guys more of a kind of comprehensive review of what I think of it. However, all of the cosmetic products are going to be a first impression. I have quite a few things here from Zuzu Luxe, which you may or may not have heard of before. They're kind of an indie brand, but some of their eyeshadow and a cream, a cheek and lip product that I tried out. And then they also had a couple of things from Gabriel Cosmetics as well to try out. This is a kind of like a eye, cheek, highlight kind of palette and a lip product, which are all on my face right now. So you'll have to stay tuned to see all of my impressions. I hadn't tried any of these before this video, so it was a really fun experience. You guys definitely should check that out. We'll have these products linked below as well. And I think that's it. So keep watching, and I'm going to show you my hair first, and then we'll get into the first impressions. And stick around. Oh, also, don't forget to subscribe. Obviously, this is our first video, but we'll be coming at you with some more, so you're not going to miss those. Check out the blog too, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're going to start with our hair first. My hair, this is like probably 2-3 day old hair. So it's dirty, which is actually good. Dirty hair holds on to a curl a lot better because it'll have a little more texture than when you first wash it. So I recommend, if you're going to curl your hair, do it after like a day or two. It'll help with the longevity a lot. So this is what I was telling you about, the Vanity Planet Q curling wand. It is clipless, and it's actually really simple. It literally just has one setting, on and off. So this is off, this is on. Super easy to use. It has the swivel cord so that it doesn't get tangled or anything, which is super convenient. This gets super hot. I think it gets up to like 400 degrees or something like that. So it's super hot, which is great. You can literally just hold your hair on it for like 2 or 3 seconds. That's what I do, and you get plenty of curl. And the curls, because it's so hot, the curls will stay in for days. This will probably stay in. I wear my curls for like 3 or 4 days before I have to wash them out. So that's the really nice part about this too. And it is ceramic, the barrel, so it's gonna keep the frizz away, and the curls will just look really good for a lot longer. I'm not gonna really go too in depth really, because I'm sure you guys all know how to curl your hair. What is cool about this is the kind of tapered barrel. So it's wider here. It's only slightly narrower. It's not really anything extreme, but it does kind of give a nice texture to your curls. I did just section off the top half of my hair just to make it a little bit easier. I take pretty big sections, honestly. This is probably maybe more than an inch. Because like I said, this is so hot, this will curl it totally fine, even with that much hair. I leave a tiny bit out at the end here, just because I kind of like how that looks. And then, like I said, literally a couple seconds. Let it cool off in your hand. And look at that. You see that? I literally held that for like 2 seconds. The curls always literally come out so nice every time. So you can get kind of another decent sized chunk. I personally curl all my curls away from my face. I sometimes alternate. I used to do that more when my hair was really short to give it kind of a big, kind of tousled look. But you can also alternate, do some to the back of your head, some towards your face, and kind of have more of a beachy look. Do you see that? And look how smooth it is. Like, dude, there's no frizz. It's just perfectly smooth. And these curls, I mean, I've obviously used plenty of other curling wands. I love how my curls look when I use this. I love how long they last. And I honestly, I used to straighten my hair all the time, but now I curl my hair and it takes just as long, just as short as it does to straighten my hair. So now I curl my hair just as much as I straighten it, because you know, it used to take forever to curl my hair because my curling wands were never hot enough. And honestly, the curls wouldn't last. I'd be like, well, why am I going to bother curling my hair to have it in for a day? You know what I mean? But obviously, when you straighten your hair, it lasts for days. So with this wand, it's just as quick, and your hair will look just as good for just as long. So that's kind of one side. I don't always do the bottom layer just because you can't really see that anyway. But you see those? Yeah. So I'm gonna quickly do the other side and then move to the top of my head. Okay, so I'm just about to wrap up the rest of the curls. As you can see, they look awesome. But I kind of just wanted to show you a demonstration. My hair, as you can see, is kind of super like frizzy on the sections I didn't do yet. So I just wanted to show you that this is like a miracle worker. Once you put the curls on, you know, a lot of curling irons will actually like cause your hair to be frizzy. This will literally do the opposite. It'll take the frizz away. You see that? Now it just looks so smooth. It's so cool. So this is the last section. And it only took me, I'm not even joking, like 3 minutes to do the whole rest of my head. It was crazy. So this is pretty much what we're working with. They're you know, they're not loose, but they're also not super tight. I like to start off the day with them a little bit tighter so that they can kind of fall throughout the day and look a little bit more natural. But yeah, so this is pretty much how I curl my hair. I do this at least once a week and wear it for about, like I told you, like 3 or 4 days, and they'll look like this pretty much every day. So this is awesome. Like I said, we have a 50% off coupon for this, which is incredible. This is a $50 curling one. You can get it for $25, which is the same price you can get, you know, one in like Walmart. That's not nearly as good a quality. So highly recommend it. You're not going to be disappointed. It comes with a glove to protect your hand in case maybe you're not as experienced with the clipless curling wands. It does have like the non-heated tip here, so if you like to hold the end of the curling wand, or if you're afraid of hitting yourself with it, you'll be totally fine. But I do suggest the glove, especially because when your hair comes off it, your hair is also really hot. So if you want to cool your hair in your hand, the hair itself is also really hot, so the glove can be good for that. So definitely use that if you know you need to. Otherwise, I think that's all I have to say. This is bomb. Check it out. Okay, so now we're back and we're going to do some of the first impressions that I was telling you guys about. Obviously I showed you my hair, and then I just super quick did my foundation, you know, concealer, brows, and bronzer. In case you're curious, I just use my Garnier BB cream just because it's super hot today. I just need something light. And then I just used all over my face just my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer, and of course the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, because who doesn't love this right now? So some of the first impressions we're going to do, I didn't finish up like blush or a highlight or anything because that's going to be some of the stuff that we're trying out today, which I'm so excited about. As I said, most of the products are just Gabriel Cosmetics and then Zuzu Luxe. First of all, it has packaging, right? So cute. So I wanted to try, there's actually 2 different blushes that we're going to try out. This is from Zuzu Luxe, cute packaging again. It's a lip and cheek product, so it's kind of like a cream formula. I haven't like touched this or anything yet, but it comes in this cute little packaging, and it's like a cream product. So I guess you can, you know, use it as a cream blush or on the lip. This is the shade. This is like a great neutral kind of shade. And then in the Gabriel Cosmetics Signature Palette, I haven't touched this at all either, but I did look at it. This is also nice packaging, super sleek. There are 2 applicators in here. Oh yeah, let me take those out so they don't fall. There's a blush in here as well, a highlight, and then some eyeshadow shades. So I was thinking we'll try the Zuzu Luxe blush, and then maybe we'll top it with this one. Definitely try out this highlight because it looks super pretty. I didn't powder my face or anything yet because it's typically not good if you're going to be putting more cream products on to wait to powder your face. Just sometimes creams over powders can be a little bit messy. Ooh, this is very creamy. So this is like kind of like an orangey reddish shade. This is really pretty. This is it up close. So let's see. Ooh. Cream products for summer are great because kind of like with the BB cream, having a lot of just super lightweight cream products will kind of melt into your skin a little bit better, and the longevity is usually a little bit better than, you know, a powder product. Ooh, that looks really good actually. You see that? That's I'm not super picky with blushes, but I do really like, especially for the summer, like a corally, orangey type blush. I think it looks really natural and kind of like more like a natural, like if you got a little bit sunburn kind of. Oh, what do you guys think of that? That looks good, doesn't it? I hope it's showing up good. Oh, I like that a lot actually. And it goes on super creamy and it's very easy to blend. I'm sure if you I love using my fingers. I use my fingers for like my concealer, for a lot of eyeshadows, and for any like cream products, like cream highlights and cream blushes. But I'm sure you could also definitely use like a stippling brush or anything like that for this too. I'm not going to try it on my lips only because we have a lipstick from Gabriel Cosmetics that I'm going to try, but I'm sure that would be nice on the lips too, especially if you're the type to want your blush and your lip product to match. That would be perfect for you. Oh, I really want to try the blush in this Gabriel palette too. Maybe I'll just swatch it and we'll just see. Oh wow. That has some pigment. So that's the blush in the Gabriel Cosmetics palette. You wouldn't really go over top of this, I don't think, because it's so pink and this is more orangey. But that has a lot. That was one swipe. So yeah, that has a lot of color payoff. That's nice. I like that. But let's try the highlight. This is the brush I always use. Is just a Coastal Scents kind of like tapered little highlight brush. And the highlight that we're using is just this. It's kind of a pinky iridescent. I love pink highlighters, so this is right up my alley. Let's see how this looks. Oh shoot. That is awesome. Do you see how bright that is? I was expecting this to be a little more of a subtle just because it's a very muted pink, but wow. That looks good. I hope you can tell on camera, but that looks really good. And since we have the cream product below it, it's just kind of blending right over the blush. Ooh, I love that. So far, so good. That looks nice, huh? And I don't really do the tip of my nose so much, but I do the bridge of my nose, and I love doing my Cupid's bow. Okay. Yeah? You guys think that looks good, huh? I like that. Okay, cool. I'm just going to powder my face, prime my eyes, and then we'll be right back and we'll jump into some more stuff. Okay, so moving on to the eyes, we're going to be trying out some eyeshadow palettes from Zuzu Luxe. We have the Combat and the Ammunition eyeshadow palettes. I already took them out of their boxes. The one palette for the Ammunition one is kind of like orangey tones, kind of like the packaging, really warm, love that. And then the other palette in Combat, kind of matching the packaging as well, has like kind of like the army greens, a lot of deeper shades, super pretty. I don't know, I think I'm gonna just try using both of these, kind of mix them together because this green one it's kind of, the shades are super deep in this one, and I don't know if I'm necessarily going for something that deep. This one, I love all the warm tones. I love how they all have like kind of like a matte cream shade too. The Gabriel Cosmetics, that signature palette we were using earlier, also has some eyeshadow shades, but these are all a little bit, you know, on the pastel-y side. So actually that cream shade might be nice to kind of set the lid with, but they're all a little bit on the lighter side, so I'm not sure how those are gonna work. But let me try. You want to set the lid. Actually the brushes that come with these are pretty nice. I know a lot of times we tend to just throw these away, but this is kind of like a flat shader brush. And then there's an angled brush. Actually, this would be nice for either doing like with this dark shade, maybe like a liner, or even for your brows. This is nice, actually. You might want to hold on to those if you try these rather than just throwing them away right away. So you want to just take this creamy shade and just kind of set my lid with this. This is like the first step I always do to just make sure that my lid is all one tone, and that I just use concealer for primer typically. And this will just make sure that nothing's too tacky, and so all the shades can blend super easily. And this, you see that has good pigmentation. That's like canceling out all my veins and making everything one color. That looks good. I like that. Oh, and I did, which I always do before I start my, I just tight lined my upper lash line, just so that your lash line looks a little thicker. I always start with that. Oh, you know what I can see though? I'll show you this. This actually has a lot of kick up. Can you see how the powder kind of got all over and got a little bit into this one? So just something to keep in mind. Kick up doesn't really bother me a whole lot, but in case that bothers you, it's happening a little bit. I think I definitely want to use that green shade, but I love the warmer shades in this one. So I think I want to use the orange kind of just to start off with as like a transition-y shade, just to give some warmth. And this is just an Anastasia blending brush. It's like a dual-ended little blending brush. Ooh. That has some color payoff, huh? You see that? It almost looks like the shade has shimmer in the palette, but I'm really not seeing any of it translate on the eye at all. It might just be kind of like an overspray, or maybe there's just a very, very thin amount of glitter in it, but I like that. That looks good. And yeah, no shimmer at all for sure. I'm wondering, this green shade also looks like it has shimmer, but I'm wondering if it'll kind of be the same kind of situation and not show up. I'm going to use just a little Real Techniques shadow brush. Oh gosh, this looks pigmented. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow, that's such a nice color green. This is that green, that like that hunter green that is super on trend right now or whatever. That's deep. It's definitely a deeper green, but that looks very nice. I like how that's going with the orange. I've never really combined these two shades before, like a green and orange, but they look good together, huh? I don't hate it. Definitely a lot of pigment. Like every time I apply, I'm just literally tapping my brush in ever so slightly but same thing. Yeah, you might not be able to tell, but there's a good amount of kick up on here too. I like this a lot. That looks they're blending together really, really easily. Not patchy at all. And like I said, the payoff is nice. You see that? Already got already got a little bit of dark there, so I don't think I'm gonna darken this at all. It's like Sunday morning, so I'm not going for anything too dark, but this is kind of just what I was going for. I think I'm going to take a little bit more of that orangey shade we started with, and I think I want to kind of mix in this like muted brown shade next to it. This is definitely a matte shade, it looks like, so I'm just gonna use both of those and just go around the edges because I really like how the green looks with the orange kind of popping up behind it. And I want to make sure when we layered the green on that we didn't blend away too much of the orangey shade. I think these really complement each other very well. And the green is kind of a cooler shade, but I think the warm, I think it's a nice contrast. That looks nice. Let me try, I'm thinking for a lid shade. I'm thinking this cream shade might be nice, or even the highlight shade. Let's try that. Like I said before, I love using my fingers for shadow, mostly for the lid shade, just because it packs on the color a lot more pigmented than using like a flat shadow brush, in my opinion. Yeah, this shade it's matte for sure, and it's super creamy, but I don't think it's doing a whole lot for me in terms of being a lid shade. I think that might be better used, like I said, kind of as a setting shade when like you're first done with your primer or your concealer. So I'm going to take this highlighter shade. I really like this highlighter. And let's layer that right on top and get a little more shimmer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like this. This highlight and the blush, even though I didn't put it on my face, but I swatched it, are probably my favorite parts of this palette. That's nice. I like when you're going to do a little bit of a deeper kind of smoky outer area, I like to have a really bright shade right on the intersection, just to, you know, keep your eye looking awake. And then because we kind of covered up a little bit of the green, let me just reapply a little bit of that. Okay, and then lastly, to highlight, I think I'm going to take that original shade that we used to set our lid and just kind of have a matte highlight shade as well. I think that is going to look good. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Can't beat a matte highlight. Sometimes, you know, shimmer highlights can just be a little bit over the top, but a matte creamy highlight shade, you can't go wrong with. Oh, and actually lastly, let me take this highlight shade and pop that on my inner corner, just using the same brush because they're similar enough. I think that looks good. Nothing obviously too intricate or anything like that, but the color payoff of these is very nice. The colors, they kind of coordinate very well. This is obviously for a much deeper, smokier look. That navy is like speaking to me, and as is this burgundy shade. But like I said, those are definitely for something, you know, a little bit smokier and darker. These shades I think are good for kind of an everyday basis. If you like warm tones, this kind of has everything you need all in one. Obviously this doesn't go too dark, so you probably couldn't do anything super smoky with this, but putting these together, you could probably do a lot. I don't know if I should point it out, there is a little bit of a mirror right up here. Super thin, so I don't know how functional it would be, but if you need it, it's there. So I'm going to just finish up my eyes. I'm going to just put mascara on the top and bottom lashes, curl my lashes, and then I'll be right back and we will test out our lip product. So eyes are all done. Just put mascara, no liner, obviously fake lashes or anything like that. Like I said, it's Sunday morning, so I don't need to be super glam. So next we are going to try the last thing, which is this Gabriel Cosmetics, just says lipstick. Oh, Illusion lipstick. And I haven't tried this out at all either. Oh, the shade is Illusion. And super simple packaging, just a black tube. It says Gabriel right around the middle. And it's like very wearable. I feel like this would suit a lot of people. Very wearable, neutral kind of like corally, rosy nude. I think it's be a little bit of a darker nude. So let's try this on. Like I said, I haven't touched it at all, but it looks right up my alley. So let's try this. Definitely creamy. Like it feels really good going on, and it definitely more on the corally side of things. I'm just dabbing it and I'm gonna like load it on. It smells like very like cosmetic-y, like it smells like makeup, which isn't my favorite smell, but I can't smell it on my lips. I like the color. A little bit brighter, I think, than I was expecting looking at it in the tube, but it's like a corally, peachy, still very, you know, natural looking in terms of, you know, it's not too bold. I think this would be good, kind of like an everyday shade, and I do like it, and it goes with the look, I guess, right? Doesn't look bad. This was the only one I had to try out, so I did want to try this one. I like it though. It's obviously not matte or anything like that. It's kind of your standard, more dewy, kind of moisturizing lipstick. It feels good. It looks good. I'm sure it's not going to be super long wearing or anything, but I like that. So that was the last thing I had to try out. Overall, I think all this stuff's really awesome. These eyeshadow palettes are super great, very small and convenient, great for travel. I think these were definitely a hit. I definitely need to try out more of the like the darker shades. I think those would be cool to try. As well as this signature palette. I like this. I definitely need to try the blush on my cheeks. I feel like that's going to be really, really pretty. And I want to give the eyeshadows a little bit more of a try as well. Maybe when I'm going for something a little bit more colorful and pastel, but they look pretty. And the blush and the highlight definitely were a win as well. I did want to mention, I didn't say this before, I didn't notice any fallout really at all when I was doing my mascara, which there's a little flake of right there. I kind of got up close and I didn't notice any shadow falling down under my lids at all. So that's also really nice, especially considering the screen's kind of a darker color. Darker colors can tend to have a little bit of fallout, a little bit of a chunkier formula, but I didn't have any of that. So I definitely think those are a win. I like this look. I think this is perfect. We're going out to just like the mall, to the movies, kind of running around today, and this is definitely something I would wear just kind of casually. Obviously, like I said, the curls are my favorite. This is my favorite way to wear my hair. And in the summer, even though it's kind of hot, I don't always have my hair down. These look super good up in like a ponytail or a little side pony. So yes, I think almost everything was a win. The only thing I'm just not stoked on is the smell of this lipstick. Otherwise, it's all awesome. We will have links for everything down below if you want to try any of this out. And I definitely recommend just looking into it. You might not have heard of some of these brands. Are definitely more of like, you know, kind of the indie makeup industry side of things. So you may not know about them, but you should. So go check them out. And that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.